For our first sheet in this laboratory, we're going to draw a brake rotor. It's going to start with a circle. We're going to do a center diameter circle. So select center diameter, enter the center point 4, 4, and the diameter is 5. The next one, so that's the outer portion of it. The next one starts at the same center point, and the diameter of this one is 3.241, and the inner hub diameter on this is 2 inches. So there we have our basic start to the rotor. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the 6 bolt holes in that go around the center. So I'm just going to go up here, grab a line, start at the center, and I'm going to draw up, since their spacing is 1.3 inches, and I'm going to use a line to locate that for me. The outer countersink for that is a 1/2 inch in diameter, and the inner portion of the hole, you'll have to enter this number, is 0.281. That's a clearance hole for a 1/4 inch fastener. So now we've got that in here. The next thing we're going to do, we've done before, we're going to use an array. So we're going to come up here to the modify panel and select array. It's centered about 4 inches and 4 inches. Our total number of instances are going to be 6, and we're going to select our objects. So if I turn off my grid snap, it'll be a little bit smoother selection. Select the 2 circles, hit enter, check OK, and we have the bolt pattern for our brake rotor. The next thing we're going to do is somewhat tedious. It's a trimming exercise. So we're going to move over here, we're going to create a section view on the right side for this. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to start by creating a bunch of lines that come across to represent each of the edges that we'll have in that section view. Or hidden line view, I'm sorry. So I'm just picking up each of my edges. I'm going to delete that line out of there now. So I'm just going to pick up each one and come over here to the side. There's an X-line command which is very useful for this, that we'll get into either later this lab or next lab. So I got down past my first hole there, and I'm just going to keep going, putting these lines in. You can imagine we're going to have a lot of lines here, so we're all going to be excellent trimmers after this exercise. We're not going to do this, obviously, with the cross drillings in the rotor, so that's why I have left those off at this point. That would be quite tedious. Forgot my inside hub line there. Okay, I think I got them all. If I missed any, we'll find out when we start over here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a vertical line in to start my Turn my snap back on before I do that. There we go. I'm just going to make quick use of offset to get the other lines that I need over here. So I need my spacing to be 50 thousandths. Hit enter. And I'm going to offset this guy. I'm just going to do a bunch of these. Go that way. Basically, I need 5 vertical lines over here. My snap's interfering at the moment. Okay, now the reason I need the center line, so this center line will give us the whole depth for our countersinks. And now it's time to have some fun with trimming. So we're going to come up here and select trim. Now remember, if we hit enter after we do that, then we're in power trim mode. So we're just going to start clicking on lines and making them go away. So I can get rid of all of those. I'm not going to get rid of the rotor side lines yet because they'll still come in handy. Alright, so now we'll go over here and we'll kind of look at what we need to get rid of. So it looks like we need to get rid of all of these and that one. And then we're going to get rid of those, these, this guy, these here, just that one there, and then each of these in here, that one. And if you look, now you can kind of see the cross section where what'll be our hidden line view of this hole, and this top edge comes over to here. Now, between there and there, that needs to be trimmed out. So these 3 lines will go away, as will those there. These. This one. Well, let me trim that one aside. There we go. This one. Take out these guys. Trim out this line. There we go. It won't let you trim them if they're over, you can't see the cutting edge on the screen. Now, I accidentally killed my middle line here, so I got to get him back. So I'm going to stop trimming. I'm going to come up, I'm going to grab the offset, hit enter, select this line, go that way. I need that line back because that's the bottom of my countersunk holes. I'll go back up, select trim and enter, and we're going to continue. So I get rid of, that was a mistake, Control Z. Trim, enter. Zoom in here, I want to get rid of those, and this one, goes there, all of those. This line here is the inner hub, so we're going to keep that line, but all these can go. Those 3 go away, these go away, that one, those 3, those there, these 2, and then I need to take out this center here, these outer ones. It won't let me trim that one though. And that. Now, if I zoom out, I can come down and get rid of all these guys. And what I can there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the erase command. So we're going to come up here and select erase. And then when you erase, if you drag a box down and to the left, it doesn't select. But if you drag a box up to the right, it does. So up to the right, not down to the left. We're going to go up to the right. And we'll get rid of all these other lines we don't need now. And hit enter. Oops, I forgot one. Okay, so now basically what this represents over here, we're going to change these lines inside here to hidden line type later. But right now you should have your rotor and your side view with hidden lines. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the 21 rows of holes on here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw some more lines to give us a point to put our cross drill holes. If you turn your snap on, it'll make this easy. So that line needs to be 2 inches long. We'll come back up here, grab another one up here. We're going to go out 3 clicks and down 2.2 inches. And up here we're going to go over 3 clicks and down 1.8 inches. Last thing we'll do is come up and grab our circles. We're going to, again, your snap makes those real easy. Those are 0.2 200,000th diameter circles. So come down here, draw my all right, now the last thing, we'll go up here, select array, polar array, and we're going to select objects. So we want to turn our snap back off, grab this guy, this one, and this one, hit enter. Our center's already selected from the last time, but we're going to change this to 21. Total number of items 21. Hit OK. We have our cross drilling. Go back up here, select erase, drag down to the right, up and to the left, hit enter. And we've cross drilled our rotor. So the last 2 things to do with this will be changing the line types over here for the hidden lines and adding all the dimensions that you see on your sheet.